You know, incest is in the Bible and it goes against God, right? And whatever I told you that you're not going to be surprised is a bunch of nasty white people stuff. I mean, incest is run in black families too, but it's mostly whites for the most part because you feel like OnlyFans models and simps and beta males will try to normalize all of this BS as if incest is cool. I've just done a video on this last year when I was reacting to a content creator talking to a known 304 about getting punani from your sister and try to normalize it as if incest is cool. And trust me, I broke down every single point that I made and opinions on that clip. It's like we are living in strange times right now, and I'm not surprised it's white people shit. Let's be real here. They famous for this. And it's really crazy to me that even though you normally don't see this in the media being talked about all the time, and of course, it's in California, but you know, anytime when you hear some incest stories, you think of Sweet Home Alabama, which is disturbing at itself. It says stepmom shamed nurse caught by husband having intercourse with her 15-year-old son as he walked in on them after he came home from work. Yeah, this is some porn level stuff. Like you normally see this stuff in X videos, Pornhub, X Hamster. Like if you're a mom and if you have kids watching this, I will advise you not to have them watch this video because this is some disturbing stuff that I'm about to talk about. So this video is rated R, basically. And based on this image right here, tatas out, red lipstick, hoop earrings, rocking the devil horns. And she's a nurse she's a nurse by day, but a freak at night. Young 30-something-year-old woman who has no accountability, no shame in what she does. Go figure. Just your typical 304 that runs in the family. And I wonder why she gets all of this stuff from. Either she was watching too much corn or her mom should have told her right from wrong. That's basically the kind of vibes I'm getting. So this is really disturbing at itself. Alexis Vaughn Yates, 35, reportedly seduced her partner's son for weeks, repeatedly telling him she was horny. Those things you could have told your husband that. I mean, you're a married woman. Like, you're married to your husband, which means that you and your husband can have as much sex that you want to. But why mess with the 15-year-old stepson, which is kind of creepy? I just don't get it. We live in a society where 304s, modern women, and older women are celebrated when they're dating 20-somethings, 30-something-year-old men. But y'all praise them for it. But you get mad and upset when we date young women in their early 20s, mid-20s, early 30s. Instead of our own age. It's okay when women do it, but it's the issue when us men do it. We're not allowed to do anything. You can't date someone in their mid-20s. You can't run a business. You can't own a house. You can't wear any clothes. You can't eat what you want to eat. You can't live your life the way you want to live your life without somebody criticizing us and try to emasculate us men from being men. Y'all don't have any issues with any women doing certain things in the world. This is really, really, really concerning and disturbing at the same time. A grown woman messing with a 15-year-old child. That means that you not only raped him, but used as a child. The nurse has been charged with sexual battery of a teenager, which she denies, and had her medical license revoked. Good. You should have done that a long time ago. That should happen in any state, any country that involves this case. Not just one state, but everywhere around the globe. The teen was visiting his dad and Yates in Florida for the summer vacation, reported. On July 26, 2024, Yates reportedly put her two children to bed and joined her stepson in the living room couch. The pair used the vape, played video games, and watched movies, according to the statement document. Well, arrest document, excuse me. But yeah, I want to break down the part where it says that they used THC vape, play video games, and watch movies. Okay, that's what your typical mom and son, stepson, nephew, aunts would do. That's what normal family activities would do, but not sleeping and getting it on and crossing the line. That's the worst thing that you can do with any family member that is father is alignment. So often worked late. Around 1 a.m., Yates put on a horror film and further seduced her stepson, telling him how bored and horny she was. The teen told cops. And again, you could have at least talked to your husband about it, of how you want to get it on. But why tell your stepson that you're horny? I don't know if she was watching too much porn, or did she have this fantasy of wanting to get it on with him? No. Just no. The nigga not even 18 yet. What makes you think that telling him that you're horny is gonna satisfy your sexual needs? What? Yates reportedly said she had not had sex in 2 weeks and she was on her period. How are you going to say that you did not have sex in 2 weeks, that you were on your period? Man, this is some rapey shit I've ever seen in Google. I don't know what it is. I've seen TikTok content creators talk about this on that platform, so I had to jump here and just say my piece. Because this is disturbing, bro. Like, honestly, I can't even wrap my head around and to think that, how do you people sleep at night when you and your blood family member have feelings for one another? The pair then cuddled closer and began making out, with Ye saying, "I wish you were 18 because you're not old enough." Oh boy. I wish you were 18 because you're not old enough. And yet you told your 15-year-old stepson that you were not only horny, but you wanted to get it on. What is the matter with this woman, bruh? Imagine if a man did this. You know it would have been real ugly with him on social media. Women calling him creeper, pedophile, like they're doing with Shannon Sharp, calling him a predator and a creep because he was messing with a 19-year-old. But how come y'all don't have that same action when Ellen Ross said that she dates younger men only and not men her own age? Huh? How come y'all not talking about that, but you want to jump ship and focus on one guy? What about female predators? But y'all don't want to talk about that? I don't get it. The double standards are real. They then engaged in oral sex and intercourse without a condom, according to the arrest document. The boy's father unexpectedly arrived home and walked in to find his wife and son completely naked on a couch, the affidavit says, before the 15-year-old ran from the house. I don't know why you're running from the house. I mean, you and your stepmother got caught in 4K. You got your hand in the cookie jar and you try to run away from accountability, which if I would have done, I would have crashed out. I would have went off. I would have hurt both of them and I would have went to jail. You not only cheated on me, but you sleeping with my son. That is the kind of rage I would have had as a father. And I would have never speaking to both of them again. I would have, I would have had no contact with my wife and my son. I don't want nothing to do with both of them. I don't care where they end up. You ain't my son. And she ain't my wife because y'all crossed the line. And I would have divorced you too. Because you ain't getting nothing. I get to keep everything. The car, the house, everything. Because you messed up. And don't think just because you're a female that you can just, get half. You ain't getting half for nothing. And as for my son, he can stay with a relative. I don't care. I don't want nothing to do with them because number one, that is just straight up foul. And then he gonna have the nerve to tell the cops what happened when he literally ran out the house. Like that is just nasty. Like y'all got caught red-handed, nigga. You got caught in 4K. Nah, man. Like y'all messed up. And how much you want to bet if the dad actually said that he doesn't want to kick both of them out and decides to be a simp that he is? Like, I could just, I could just smell it already. Okay. He reportedly heard Yates explain that the son looked like his father when he was younger. The dad then drove his son to his grandparents' house, telling the boy he had ruined his life while drinking a beer, according to the court documents. And I bet, and it's exactly what I was saying, because when them two got it on, you knew the dad was about to crash out. At least he did the one thing right. He drove his son to his grandparents. And I'm sure he's going to tell his grandparents about it. And they're going to end up being just as upset as the dad is. And I hope they do. Because this is just shameful behavior. Like, I'm just, I'm just disgusted of what I just read. The mom acts like she did nothing wrong by trying to sleep with her 15-year-old stepson, which is a no-no. And tries to run away from accountability, of course, like most modern women do. Yates allegedly flirted with her stepson for weeks during his stay. She allegedly said, "I bet everyone thought you were my little boy toy," as the pair left the gym. Oh, God, this is even worse. "I bet everyone thought you were my little boy toy." What? Girl, like, you think you a porn star or something? You got issues. Not only you got issues, but you need therapy, you need counseling, and you need professional help. Because I would not think that a stepmom would say that to their 15-year-old stepson. Just because he looked up like your husband when he was young. Oh God, I'm trying not to curse, but you was trifling. This is just really, really making my blood boil, bro. Like, this woman is she's a menace for real. And this mugshot tells me all I need to know. All I need to know. At another time, she allegedly made whipped cream, put some on her tongue, and stuck it out at the teen asking, "Oh, you like that?" Bro, this is like porn in real life. Like, you can tell she's fantasizing about doing it with somebody, to whoever and whenever, but why can't you do that with your husband instead of messing with a 15-year-old? Like, you should know better than that. The part where it says, and another time she allegedly made whipped cream, put some on her tongue, and stuck it out at the teen asking, "Oh, you like that?" Like, what? It gets worse. The stepson told cops Yates repeatedly told him she was horny in the weeks leading up to the alleged sex. She even called the boy the day after the incident to say she wished they had kept having sex. Undisturbed by her husband. Oh, God. She even called the boy the day after the incident to say she wished they had kept having sex, undisturbed by her husband. The affidavit said, began to describe how I'm feeling right now because this is disgusting. Disgusting. The dad did not call the cops, leaning to a concerned family member and anonymously reporting the allegations instead, and Yates was arrested in November. I don't know who the family member was, but I hope that they did the right thing because this woman is not only disgusting, she's trifling. I think she needs to be in jail a lot longer and should not have any contact with the stepson. And if I were the husband, I would have divorced her immediately and cut my son out of my life. I mean, I know that sounds kind of harsh though, but if I had a son that did that with my wife, Lord knows what could have happened if I saw them on the couch doing it. I just don't understand, bro. I really don't. Confirming that Yates had lost her license, the Florida Department of Health said nurses are placed in a position of trust. Therefore, it is imperative that they demonstrate good judgment as good moral character. And I'm so glad that the nurse of the department actually caught on to this story and actually said that and put out a statement because this woman is just another one. I had a feeling that all of this was going to happen. But then again, are we not surprised that it comes from white people? No, because Sweet Home Alabama, they're famous for that. And you know, incest also runs in black families too. In all human races. And the fact that people are trying to normalize it now is just disgusting. It's like, y'all don't believe in God, so it's obvious to me that Miss Yates' decision to engage in sexual activity with a minor child and or her decision to engage in oral and penetrative sex indicates that she lacks the good judgment and moral character necessary to be a registered nurse. Yates is charged with felony lewd or something battery with a victim aged 12 to 16. she has pleaded not guilty in a waste trial. And the fact that she said that she was horny when she could have just talked to her husband about wanting to do the Dee the Diddler with, instead of with a child, she could have done it with her husband because she's married, right? But at some point, I'm beginning to realize that people are just so freaking weird these days. I feel bad for the husband. I hope and pray to God that he divorces this woman. And as for the son, I don't care where he ends up. But he's wrong for that too. You can tell the cops everything, all you want. But guess what? The damage is done. It's done. The woman is a creep. The son made it 10 times worse. He could have easily avoided it and could have just said no. You cannot make this. My advice, please be careful of who you marry and who you have around your kids. Because I've seen this stuff too many times and it is disturbing as hell. God forbid anything happening in the future. So, link to the article will be down below, and I'm holla at y'all.